Welcome to homework.
Okay, so Z effective or Z star can be calculated as follows. You take Z minus S, where Z equals the number of protons and S equals the number of core electrons. Okay, so what's meant by core electrons? Well, if you're talking about the valence shell, right, we want to know what the effective pull on an electron in the valence shell is, then S, the number of core electrons, is the number of electrons that are in a shell beneath the valence shell, right? So if we had, say, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 1s, 3s2, 3p2, right? We know that the valence shell includes these s and p orbitals, right? And these are the core electrons. So anything of the previous numbering, anything with a one lower core shell number, right? So if we're in the third shell or higher, anything second shell or lower is going to be a core electron. And this is the equation that we'll use for effective nuclear charge. Okay, so let's start. First, we've got boron. Okay, so what is the electron configuration for boron? Boron is 1s2, 2s2, and 2p1, right? Because we're thinking, hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, and then we get boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon, right? So we're ignoring the D block down here, but this is basically the part of the periodic table we're interested in, right? This is the first 10 elements in the periodic table. Okay. So for boron, we can see that we've got our 2s, 2p1, that's coming from lithium, beryllium, boron, right? And the 1s2 is represented by hydrogen and helium, right? So that's the correct electron configuration, which means our Z number of protons is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, our atomic number, right? And our number of shielding or core electrons is going to be the electrons that are in shells, which are a number lower than 2, which in this case is our 1 or lower. So we've got 1s2, so there's 2 electrons that are shielding. And so we get that Z effective is 3. Okay, next we've got nitrogen. Okay, 1s2, 2s2, and 2p3 now, right? Z star, our atomic number is 7, and we still just got 2 core electrons. Okay, so now we've got 7 minus 2 equals 5. Okay, next we've got fluorine. Same core electrons, 1s2, and then we go 2s2, 2p5. These are our valence electrons. So we've got Z star equals now 9 minus 2 equals 7. And finally, lithium, right? So lithium is 1s2, 2s1, okay? So Z effective, right? Our atomic number for lithium is 3. We've got 2 shielding electrons, so our, right from the lower shell, so our Z effective is 1, okay? And now, yeah, that should be, each of those should be in your drop-down menu. 3, 5, 7, and 1. If instead you're supposed to rank them, rank the effective nuclear charge, then you would go fluorine is number 1, number 2 is nitrogen, number 3 is boron, and number 4 is lithium. I don't really know what's in those drop-down menus, but either answer with these if those are options. Otherwise, fluorine is 1, nitrogen is 2, boron is 3, lithium is 4. And if that doesn't work, they don't really explain it, but then you would just need to rank the other way. There's really no way of knowing without seeing what's behind the drop-down menus.